Hey everyone, welcome back to another video by Simplilearn. In this session, we will learn about this pointer in C++. So let's go ahead and have a look at what we'll be covering today. So in this session, we will cover topics like what is this pointer, then we will have a look at the syntax of this pointer, then we will understand the working of this pointer, and after that, we will learn how to access the executing object using this keyword. And we will also learn about the features of this pointer. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. So our first topic is, what is this pointer? In C++, this is a keyword that is used to represent an object that invokes the member functions. It automatically points to the object for which the object is being called. Or, in other words, this keyword points to the current instance or object of the class. For example, let us suppose we have a local variable of same name as that of the data member, and we want to assign the value of a local variable to the data member, but having the same name would create a problem. So in this type of case, we use this pointer. This keyword tells the compiler that we are referring to object's data members. Now let's learn about the syntax of this pointer. The syntax for referring class variable or instance variable would be this keyword, then arrow operator with class variable equal to local variable value. And the syntax for referring to current object of class would be this with asterisk sign or dereference operator sign. Now let's understand working of this pointer. This keyword represents the address of current instance of the class. This pointer acts as an implicit parameter to all the member functions. Now implicit parameters are similar to normal parameters. The only difference is these parameters are passed silently to the functions. That is, it is passed as a hidden argument and is automatically passed to the member function when it is called. Now let's learn how to access the executing object. As we can see in the example, we have created an object obj of class O, and with the help of this object we have called this function display, in which we are printing the address of the object, and we are also printing this pointer, and this is the executing object. So by printing this, we will get the address of object in the memory. Along with this, we can also access the data members using this keyword. Alright, now let's move to features of this pointer. The first feature would be to distinguish the data members from local variables, which means it helps in making the class members more readable by differentiating the members of the class and the parameters which have the same name. This keyword helps in differentiating between the class variable and the parameters. As we can see in the example, we are assigning the var variable, which is a parameter, to the class member var, and this can only be done with the help of this pointer. Now let's move to the next feature, that is method chaining in C++. Method chaining in C++ is a very useful feature of this pointer. It helps to chain methods together for ease and cleaner code. In this, each method returns an object and allows the call to be chained together into a single statement. It helps in invoking multiple methods that are chained together, as we can see in the example. Set method, replace method, and inc method are chained together in a single statement, and arguments are also passed.
If getting your learning started is half the battle, what if you could do that for free? Visit SkillUp by Simplilearn. Click on the link in the description to know more.
So now let's go ahead and do some examples of this pointer in our code editor, that is VS Code. Alright, so here we will do an example of this pointer in which we will show that how this pointer differentiates between the class member and the parameters having the same name. So let's go ahead and first of all let's create a new file and let's name it this one.cpp. Alright, now we can write the header files #include iostream. Now we'll write the namespace standard. Now we'll start with the main function. We'll write int main. Inside int main, first of all we will write the class name and then the object of that class, let's say obj. Now let's write return 0 first of all, and now we can make some calls with this object, but before that let's create class. So alright, now we have to create a class which has the name A. As we know, the class name is A, we have already defined, and the name of the object is obj. So let's create class A, and inside that class we will, inside the private scope, we will declare some variables. Let's say int x, y, and z. So these three are the variables. Now I'm sorry, spelling is wrong, int z. So these three are the variables. Now inside the public scope we will create a function. Let's say the name of the function is set. So data type is void, name of the function is set, and from the main function we will call this set function. So all we need to do is we'll write the name of the object obj dot operators set, which is the name of the function, and we will pass the arguments, let's say 20, 54 and 65. These are random numbers. Now here we will write int x, int y, int z. As we can see, the parameters and the class members have the same name. So variables are of same name. So for that we know that we have to write this pointer. So we will write this x. So here this x is the parameter 1 and this x is the class variable. So this pointer differentiates between both of them. As the name is same, so this will help in differentiating. We'll do the same for y, and we'll do same for x. This arrow operator z equals to z. So here we are assigning the values to these class members. Now after that we will display these values. So let's create another function. Let's say the name of the function is void print. Alright, so inside this function we will simply display these variables. So we'll write x value is the small one x value is the variable x, and after that we will write and l. Right, y value is y and l. We'll do same for Z. We can copy it and just paste it. It will save some time. Alright, as we have displayed or printed all of these three variables, so as the class ends, so we need to add the semicolon in the end. Now this print function, we need to call this one. So with obj object, we will call this print function. Alright, so after calling this, we have already added return 0. So let's save this one and try to run it. Alright, let's check. Here it is. X value is 20, Y value is 54, and Z value is 65. So arrow operator helped us in differentiating between the class members and the parameters. What if we don't use this? Let's have a look at that as well. If we do not use this pointer, then let's save it and let's try to run this. Let's check the output. As we can see, X value is 0, Y value is 0, Z value is 0. It is not correct. So this one is right, and this is our output, correct output. Now let's do another example. So here we will do an example and see that this pointer can be used for calling the member function as well. So we'll do an example regarding that. So first of all, let's name this 2.cpp. Let's save it and we'll start with hash include iostream. Now the namespace standard. We'll start with int main. Inside int main, we will name the class and create the object obj. The class name is king and the object name is obj. So from here we will call a function. Let's say obj dot, let's say the name of the function is text. Here we are calling, and let's say return 0 after this. Now we have to create this class. So let's create this class king, and inside this class king, inside the public scope, we will declare the functions. First of all, we'll declare a function call, and now we will define a function that is text. So inside this text function, all we need to do is to print a message and call another function. So first of all, we will print a text or a message. Let's say hello brother. So after that, we'll write endl. Now we will call another, not cout. We will call this function call, which we have declared and not defined yet. So we will write this arrow operator cal call. This is how you can call using this pointer, and here we are calling this call function. So we'll close the class using semicolon, and now inside the class scope, let's say void king scope resolution operator. This means that this function is of class king. So now we will print whatsoever we want. Let's say a is, we'll display a text. Let's say a and that's it. Then we'll do the same for B and C. Here we will print B and now we will print C. Alright, now all we need to do, and everything is done. Yeah, because we have created this function outside, so we don't have to use this semicolon. Now we can save this and we can try to run this. Here we can see hello brother and ABC. So this is what we want to print. Here we can see we have used this pointer to call this call function, and after printing this hello brother, A, B and C is getting printed, so this means this is the correct output. Now let's do another example. Let's make a new file and save this one. Let's name it this3.cpp. Alright, so here now we will do an example of method chaining. As we know, we use method chaining when we want to return the reference of the object, and method chaining helps us in writing a clean code as it chains up the calling together into a single statement. So let's start. First of all, we'll include the header file #include iostream. Now we'll write the namespace standard. Now we'll write the main function. By mistake we have. Alright. Now inside the main function, first of all we'll write the name of the class, that is test, and we'll create the object. The name of the object would be n1. Now we will chain up the calls. Let's say the name of the object n1 and the name of the function, let's say, is assign, and we are passing 100. And now we'll chain up display function with it. So this is method chaining. Now we'll write return 0, and now we'll start with the class. So class name is test, and inside the class we'll declare a variable, let's say num, and now under public scope we will write the function, and we'll not define the function in a usual way. We'll write the data type. First of all, let's say test is the data type, address of operator, assign, which is the name of the function, and argument would be num. The parameter would be num, and inside this function we'll use this arrow operator, and now we will assign the value of parameter num to the class variable. After that we can return reference to the object. We'll use the dereference operator and this pointer. Now we'll make another function, that is display, and inside this display function we'll print a message, and we'll print the variable, that is num. So first of all we'll print the message saying that the value of num is alright. After the class we'll put a semicolon, and we'll try to run this one after saving it. So as we can see, the value of num is 100. So let's do some modifications in that. Let's say we want to add 1000. So it will get added, but we need to save it first. Now we'll try to run. As you can see, the value of num is now 1100. So these are chain function calls, and when the reference is returned, this reference is returned, then this reference can be used to chain the function calls from a single object, that is n1 in this case. So this is the data type and this is the address of operator. When we are doing the method chain, we must do it like this, and then we will return the reference to the object. So these were some examples of this pointer in C++. You can try some more examples if you want to learn this topic in a much better way. Alright guys, with that we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, if this video helped you in understanding this topic, please give it a thumbs up. I hope it really helped you all. Thanks for watching, stay safe and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.